battle is over, I see. I do solemnly swear to every living being and every living soul. Now cometh the age of the stars, 1,000-year voyage under the wisdom of the moon. Here beginneth the chill night that encompasses all, reaching the great beyond. Into fear, doubt, and loneliness, as the path stretcheth into darkness. Well then, shall we? My fair consort eternal.
Brilliant game. Absolutely brilliant. Created by the Iwasaki and George Harmon. Good. That was the Ranni ending. Because I've never seen that one. I've seen the original ending, but I've never seen that one and the other one. I think there's 3 endings. What can I talk about the game? It's easy at the beginning, but like halfway through it starts the difficulty spike really goes right up there. It's a big game, big open world game. If you want to do everything, it's like it drags on a little bit. But these are just my thoughts. The weapons, there's lots of weapon choices you can have, builds you can have. I went for an arcane dex build, so like a blade build. The bosses, the main bosses were brilliant. The best boss I would say fight would have been Godfrey, and then he turns into the warrior Godfrey. That's the best boss fight I've ever had in this game. I didn't know, but the Elden Lord are actually 2 people who you fight at the same time. First it's female when they're hanging on the ruin or whatever it is. Then when they come down they turn into a man. But obviously them 2 will go over each other. And the woman turned away Godfrey because she doesn't need kids, she shouldn't make kids anymore. She'll just produce them on her own. But it was a good game. I'll give it an 8.5, 9 out of 10. There's some here and there where I can gripe about. There's like, it's on PS5 and there's pop-up. I came across a few glitches, didn't affect my experience really, but I hate when my thoughts just go and then they come back again. The pop-up is just it's silly because it's a PlayStation 5 and it's got a fast SSD, so it should. So I think it's the game's fault, not the actual PlayStation 5. I'm trying to think of what else I can say about the game. The dungeons are a bit lackluster. They all felt the same. Some mini bosses dungeons, and the dungeons were alright, but like it felt like they lacked some ideas. Because they started doubling up the bosses, and then they started reusing the bosses and doubling them up at the same time, like that lion type monster. I think I fought him like 4 or 5 times, and he just looked exactly the same, and fought exactly the same, and he always pattern. I love the idols, though. That was a good touch with the idols. I think there's 5 altogether. There's a knight, there's an assassin. The assassin was the lethal, but unlocked his spirit. But the assassin, I like that, and I like the assassin fight in the cave where you have to follow his footsteps in the water. That was just fucking brilliant. It was about 4 or 5 attempts. He was harder than some main bosses. He was harder than Godric, in my opinion. But any build you can go for, you've got loads of options. My next build I'm going to go for is actually a magic one, because I've never ever tried a magic build on a Dark Souls game. So I'm going to have a go over a magic build. Because I normally go for a strength or a dex build, but I want to go for a magic intelligence faith build. See what that's like, because people say it's overpowered. I want to find out myself, and I'll go for the other end of what I haven't seen. There's just lots of rich, dynamic storytelling in this game. It's fantastic. Hats off to George R. Martin. He fucking nailed this. Well, he wrote it. I don't think he designed the characters and stuff. He just made I think he made the names, but he didn't actually make what they look like. The voice acting's absolutely spot on. I've seen some interviews with the voice actors, and I think Godric is probably my favourite. It reminds us a bit of Resident Evil Village, because the beginning of the Lady Dimitrescu I thought would have been the main villain, because she was the most standout, but she wasn't. She was actually the first boss you came to. It's the same thing. I thought Godric should have been later on, because I preferred him than Radon. I thought he was more bigger than Radon. He sounded more bigger than Radon. They reused what do you call him? Morris? No, what's his name? The wizard dude. They used him twice. The Omen and not Morg. What's his name? Oh, I've got his name. Anyways, the dude with the stick, he was the first boss you faced, and then you fight Godric after. But they used him twice, but the second time he's much more powerful. And I beat him in first attempt. He almost had us, he kicked me arse a bit. Music's fantastic. Some cheap shit in this though, like any other Dark Souls game really, like before you turn a corner an enemy sneaks up on you and stuff like that. But my favourite boss was the original Godric fight, not the spirit of Godric, the two the two main chase fights. Brilliant. Every time he hit the floor with his earthquake, I thought you had to dodge, but it actually wasn't, you jump, which was pretty crazy. So it was like, you're not just dodging, you actually jump as well at the same time to avoid these attacks. So it mixed it up, and it took us about 8 or 9 attempts to beat him. But I loved it. I thought the final boss just there, or just fought there. The first phase was harder than the second phase. I thought the Elden Beast was easier. I think what they should have done is got rid of the Elden Beast kept Elden Lord and then like made him more powerful than his set of years. Like done more wide damage and stuff like that. But it was a fantastic game. The characters, Ranni's probably my favourite character because she was getting mysterious. And, I'm talking about this for hours. It's not the best in the Dark Souls, well, sorry, the Souls franchise. I would still say it was my favourite, and then this, and then Dark Souls 1, then Dark Souls 2, and then Bloodborne, then Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3 I thought was shit. I don't know why, I just don't like it. I can't put my finger on it, it's just something I don't like about it. If you do not, what does that say? If you do not start over now, you can begin journey to later the round, lost grace in the round table. There's still too many bosses I need to beat, so no. But yeah, I went for a blade build, really. Scorpion Stinger that causes Scarlet Rot build up, so that's good against bosses, really. To be honest, I didn't think getting add Scarlet Rot to the base, Elden base, because I hit him loads of times for it, and I don't think he can suffer from Scarlet Rot. But this is probably the best katana in the game, better than the Moonveil. Moonveil uses a distance, where this uses a little bit of a distance, but the blade in this is absolutely mad. Mimic Tea, I've got maximum, and this is what I went with my talismans. Uses less FP, raise me FP, vastly raises me HP, and then blood loss in the vicinity increases me attack power. Obviously that won't be final armor really, this was my final armor. Milena. I thought it's great armor this. But fantastic. I wonder what happens when you return. What if you have to fight the boss again? Then you choose a different ending, then a different ending again. I hope it works like that. I done a quest line, the one at the back, I forgot what his name is. But I done a quest, I've done every quest line I could possible. Done Ranni, done Fates. The only one I didn't do was this one, but it's not required.
In this ash, it reminds me of my first.
I didn't do hers. She disappeared and came back, that was a bit odd. Apparently you make her at where Godric's throne is, and she tells you an ancient dragon thing. Fear I've completed theirs, I done D's, I done the wizards in here, they died. She's still killed her. Yeah, she killed her. Oh, Elden Base Remembrance. Was this Sacred Relic Sword? Ooh. Faith 22. Strength 14, Dex 24. We have gold. Sacred Relic Sword. Marika's Hammer. Standard Pierce. Passive effects none. May as well. May as well. Level some shit up there. No. Endurance. But yeah, good game. I'll probably take a little break from it. Like, I've got another game to play. It's been sitting there for about 4 days, and I've got one coming. Ghostwire Tokyo coming. I got dispatched early this morning, so hopefully that comes tomorrow, if not Friday. Well, hats off to everyone from software and anybody related to creating this game. Good game, really good game. He's setting favourite in the Souls franchise, definitely. It's just, I'm not asking nitpicking, it's just with the bosses, with the dungeons and all, the dungeons felt the same. It's the only thing what got me. Now, people go on to call this a masterpiece. I wouldn't call it a masterpiece, and I wouldn't call it 10 out of 10. But I would say it's a fucking very brilliant, good game. But it's not 10 out of 10, nah. Sekiro is better than this, and I wouldn't give Sekiro a 10 out of 10. Yes, you can see I'm a bit stingy on giving the 10 out of 10s, but it probably say to fight the game actually was him. Who was here? Is it Gillian, the unknown? He was the easiest. I killed him with about 4 hits. I used my slash attack. But I'm going to quickly test something out here. I want to find something out. Yeah, I've done everywhere. I think I'm missing this part here. I might be wrong. Yeah, but that's all that matters if anybody wants to say it. Secret boss, you have to lie down to face the Dragon Lord. You have to come off a ledge. You land on the ledge, go over, you just work your way over, and there's an empty space, you just lie down, and then you get transported to the Dragon Lord. He's battle one-shots you. I would say he's worse than I think he's worse than Elden Beast. Fire Giant was a piece of piss. Beat me on my second attempt, by myself with me Mimic. I'm trying to find the easiest boss in the game. Like the easiest. Probably. Godric was well known of a boss, but I thought he was the easiest. I think. I would say Godric. But he was more well known, so I think Radahn should have been the first boss. The worst area I hated is probably this area. The snowy area. Because most of it, I think it's all the way here. Start from here and then all the way here until you get to the lake. It's just, you can't see anything. So, Volcano Manor. There's a wall at Volcano Manor, if you hit 50 times it disappears. 50 times if you hit a wall, that's just stupid. But yeah, that's true. If you hit a wall 50 times in Volcano Manor, it disappears. Yeah, but that's my thoughts on the game. I'm going to quickly travel to Elden Throne and see if the area's open. I'm just checking something out. Quickly checking it out. Oh, so you can do the ending over and over again. So if I do the ending again. Oh, you can't. No, you can't. You have to start from the beginning if you want to do the ending again. I thought you could keep your save and just do the second ending and third ending, but you can't, no. Now that I'm pressing triangle to enter through the mist and you can't. Oh well. Just blocks you off. Anyways, thanks for watching. These were my thoughts. It's not a full review. I'll be doing a review with the Angry Wookie Show when he gets to finish the game. I don't know, it could be a month from now, 2 months. I don't know if he's using walkthroughs. I don't know. My opinion, he should use a walkthrough with a couple of bosses because they're secret bosses. And even if you explore, you could still miss it. Like the Dragon Lord plus Side X, and then the Morgorman in the sewers, and trying to think. Radahn's not easy. and Milena as well. Them are the 3 bosses I would say to look up for. But yeah, enjoy the game. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.